What's poppin', y'all? Another great video by WrestleLamia. Well, I don't know if it's great yet because I ain't seen it. I know I always say that, but I know it says Ronda Rousey effed up bad, and any kind of Ronda Rousey slander, I'm here for it because she came and took advantage of our wrestling company that we love and spit on it. And she was always kind of a B word. I'll say it. She was a B word in UFC. She's a piece of shit. Anyways, new WrestleLamia. Let's check him out.
It is WrestleLamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Ricochet All Elite, more Logan Paul controversy, WWE replace Becky Lynch, big news for AEW fans in the UK, Ronda Rousey makes a big apology, a Roman Reigns Paul Heyman reunion, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new videos on WrestleLamia XL. Now let's see the intro and get straight into our first story.
Dun, dun, dun.
Our first story looks at Ricochet All Elite. It looks like the rumors are true and that former WWE superstar Ricochet is headed to All Elite Wrestling.
Where else would he go?
Fightful Select reports that Ricochet has signed a multi-year deal with AEW and that the future of Flight is expected to appear at AEW's huge All-In pay-per-view at Wembley Stadium this Sunday. Fightful Select is reporting several familiar with the situation claim that Ricochet is traveling to London for All In and was planned for the show. We haven't learned what his planned involvement would be. The report added that Ricochet negotiated a deal with an agent, a rumor that fans heard when news broke that Ricochet was leaving the WWE.
They're going to do the same thing that they did last year that I saw at Sasha Banks, where she's sitting inside like the club box, I guess you could say. Yeah, the box seats.
WWE
I
and
bet
possibly
you.
headed to
$5 million.
AEW. Some fans are already speculating that Ricochet will debut at All In's AEW's Casino Gauntlet match. Next up, more Logan Paul controversy. Now, the IWC is up in arms after a video surfaced of Logan Paul possibly pushing his dog off a moving boat. The accusations of depravity and malevolence led to a response from Paul, but first let's look at what's causing all of this. Aaron Rift of NoDQ.com summarized the latest outrage against Paul. On Thursday, a 2020 video clip from Logan Paul's YouTube channel resurfaced online. In the footage, Logan's dog Broly was seen jumping off the boat, but claims were made that the dog was intentionally pushed off for social media views. The former US champion trended on Twitter with fans criticizing Logan. Fightful's Corey Brennan tweeted, F Logan Paul, puts his dog's life in danger for content. This controversy isn't new, as Paul addressed it when the video first appeared 4 years ago, and here's what he had to say, clarifying in the comments, we would never ever push Broly off the boat. You jumped and a hand was behind him, petting him, and when he jumped, we attempted to grab him for a fact, we did not push him. Body language, and you can very evidently see a self-induced independent jump from the little mutt. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. And then Paul added, yeah, I just watched it in slow motion and wasn't even touching him, and when he jumped the hand followed. Go F yourselves. Paul tweeted screenshots of his 2020 response along with this new message. 4 years later and you can still F yourselves. Have you guys seen the video? What's your take on it? In all honesty, from the video itself, it looks like Paul is innocent, as he even jumped in after to save the dog. Why anybody would do that for views is beyond me though. Next up, WWE replaced Becky Lynch.
That doesn't, who
As
cares?
fans wait to see what's next for Becky Lynch, it appears that WWE isn't holding its breath waiting for her. If you've been keeping up with the news, you know that the former WWE superstar's contract recently expired, with Lynch suggesting she was taking a hiatus to focus on her family. And now Ringside News is reporting that WWE has made some changes at its website that suggest who the top stars are. WWE's website reflects these changes, with Lynch being replaced by Nia Jax on the Superstars banner. Other updates include Finn Balor taking Logan Paul's spot, Gunther replacing Sami Zayn, and Tiffany Stratton stepping in for Thea Hale. Do you guys think Becky Lynch is going to return to wrestling, and if so, will it be in the WWE or somewhere else? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, big news for AEW fans in the UK. Now, it appears that AEW President Tony Khan wasn't paying lip service to the UK fans when he said that the promotion has big plans for returning to the United Kingdom. Although fans in the UK were likely disappointed when AEW announced that its 2025's All-In event would take place in the US, advertisements at All-In show that 2025's Forbidden Door will take place in London next year. And this is major news, as it suggests AEW still sees the UK as a major market for its biggest shows. Some fans believe All-In could return to the UK in 2026. Next up, Bobby Lashley clarifies comments about Vincent Hunter. A former WWE superstar, Bobby Lashley, is clarifying some recent comments made about his time in the WWE and the differences between working for Vince McMahon and Triple H. Here's what the Almighty had to say during an appearance on the Laboratory podcast. If I say the wrong thing now, I had a connection with Vince. Vince understood me. Vince was big on the show. He looked at people that were stars. He saw that in me. There were a lot of little nuggets that Vince would give me throughout my career and tell me different things. Vince looked at me and like, I can tell Bobby works his ass off. I can send him anywhere around the country to represent the brand. He looked at me like a star. I like Vince. While Lashley's career was lukewarm early on when he returned to the company, things picked up and he became a key player on Raw, winning the...
Because Bobby Lashley is a... how do I say this? Suburban dude. You know, he acts and talks very suburban. I don't like saying talking white and stuff like that. I never liked saying that kind of shit. You talk black, you talk white. No, he's a suburban dude. Oh, you know, yeah. He's that kind of dude. I love Bobby Lashley, but he's that kind of dude. So Vince loves black dudes that, I guess for clarification, acts white. He loves that shit. He probably hates the Street Profits, matter of fact. But, you know, there's no more Vince. But it's like I said, he loves black dudes that are corny. If I can say corny, I don't want to say. Let me just shut the hell up.
WWE Championship twice. And here's what Bobby had to say about Triple H. I haven't really had too much of a connection with Hunter. Hunter has his guys. I've tried to, but we really haven't worked enough together to get to know each other. Apparently some people took umbrage with Lashley's remarks, so Bobby made a point to revisit these comments when he appeared on the Bo and Them show. I said something where I had more of a relationship with Vince than Triple H, and everybody was going after me. Vince did this and Triple H did this. It was a very simple, innocent comment. When Vince was here, I had more conversations with him. Lashley explained how Vince worked with him and why he felt it was so helpful to his WWE career. I don't know what anybody does in their personal life, and where I work, that's what I concentrate on. And when we were there, Vince was always trying to pull a different side of me. There were different things I did at the time when I was in the wrestling business when Vince was in charge. The two-time WWE champion again explained the difference between working with Vince and working with Triple H. What Vince told me is I want to see different layers of you. He was like, man, there's so much more to you. So I want to make you uncomfortable on TV so we can get those different layers. So I had a different relationship with Vince. When Triple H came on, we didn't really get a chance to sit down. He didn't get a chance to get to know me. Now it appears that Lashley has a very different experience working for Vince than he did working in the WWE when Triple H took over. Lashley's experiences sound like those of anyone who has worked in the company for a long time and suddenly finds themselves working for someone new. Next up, Ronda Rousey makes a huge apology. Ronda Rousey is apologizing for retweeting a video alleging that there was a conspiracy involved in the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting that took the lives of over 2 dozen people,
you
the
went
majority
there?
of them children. Rousey posted a lengthy apology online, but the excerpts as follows. I can't say how many times I've redrafted this apology over the last 11 years.
Live long enough to become the villain.
How many times I've convinced myself it wasn't the right time or that I'd be causing even more damage by giving it. But 11 years ago, I made the single most regrettable decision of my life. Rousey explained why she initially reposted the video. I watched a Sandy Hook conspiracy video and reposted it on Twitter. I didn't even believe it, but I was so horrified at the truth I was grasping for an alternative fiction to cling to instead. I quickly realized my mistake and took it down, but the damage was done. By some miracle, it seemingly slipped under the media's radar. Rousey states that she didn't bring up the retweet because she felt doing so would give the conspiracy video some sort of legitimacy. She also wanted to apologize for it in her latest memoir, but was talked out of it. Addressing her retweet, Rousey said, I deserve to be hated, labeled, detested, resented, and worse for it. I deserve to lose out on every opportunity. I should have been cancelled. I would have deserved it. I still do. The former UFC and WWE talent apologized, acknowledging the apology was 11 years too late. Rousey also begged anyone who subscribes to such conspiracy theories to turn back from believing in them.
Girls
You're doing nothing but hurting
I always say,
others
you're doing the Ronda Rousey
regardless
phase.
of how many bridges you burnt
The
over
Mad
it.
Dog
Stop
phase,
digging
if you guys
yourself
don't
a
know.
deeper hole. Don't
Muggy.
get wrapped up in the sunk cost fallacy. No matter how long you've gone down the wrong road, you should still turn back. Now some skeptics believe that Rousey only made this apology because she'd been called out in a Reddit AMA. A Reddit AMA that went absolutely horrible for Rousey. What do you guys think of Ronda Rousey's apology?
Yeah.
And finally, Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman
Alec-
reunion. And last but not least, WWE fans are eager to see whether Roman Reigns' tribal council Paul Heyman will reunite with him as Roman battles Solo Sikoa and Sikoa's new bloodline. But now an advertisement for an upcoming show has fans buzzing. Bloomberg Live tweeted, the tribal chief and the wise men are headed to New York. Reigns and Heyman join power players to share the future for sports entertainment's most electrifying double act. The Bloomberg event is not a wrestling event, but described it as join alongside the best in the business of sports and engage in forward-thinking conversations, forge strategic partnerships, and gain insights that will empower you to stay ahead of the game. A Reigns and Heyman's appearance at this event is a big deal, as it's an acknowledgement, no pun intended, of how big the WWE has become and how it's seen as a major player in the sports and entertainment field. you think Roman and Paul Heyman are headed for a reunion on TV? Let us know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.
I don't like Ronda Rousey. Grr. The Ronda Rousey face. Grr. Gosh, when a girl's mean mug is so ugly. But Alex Jones, damn, he be having fools believe she was really on the Alex Jones train. They didn't, WrestleMania didn't say that, but he's the only person that brought up the Sandy Hook shit like that. Dude, I'm not even gonna say those words and get some, you can't say nothing on YouTube nowadays. So, all right, y'all, give WrestleMania a subscribe. Give me a subscribe. Ronda Rousey, don't you ever come back to WWE. Please don't waste our time.